Welcome to my channel, Old Man Does Try, and my name is Steve Nixon. We're now on to week 13 of my Ironman training for Challenge Roth on the 7th of July. This week is back into a hard week after recovery week, and I started off this morning with a sports massage, try and fix my aching body. And then later I've a turbo session, run off the bike, and then swim training with the Tri Club tonight. It's a busy day. On Sunday I've got Outlaw Half at Nottingham. Hopefully this will be a redemption race for 3 years ago when I got timed out on the swim because I panicked at the beginning and then breaststroked all the way around and got timed out. So after Saturday, my first open water swim of the year, it wasn't fast but it was okay. So it kept me plenty of time inside the cut-off, and then it's just out on the bike and the run. But I'm not using it as a race, I'm using it as training. I'm just getting nutrition, everything right as well, transitions. So yeah, see how that goes. So welcome to week 13. Well, I've just finished swimming, and before today in the open water and in the pool, the longest I'd done was 3.2k 2 mile. Today I've managed to do, before I ran out of time, 3.9k. So I've got my 3.8 Ironman distance. It's not fast, it's not pretty, it just gets slower and slower, but I was doing hundreds. So I kept just doing hundreds with 15 seconds rest all the way through. So I'm really pleased. I now know I can do the distance, and yeah, I just got to keep practicing and practicing. I did the 3.8k. It was, as I say, it's not fast, but including the 15-second rests and all that, it came out as 1 minute 46 for the 3.8k. So yeah, that gives me plenty of room to have a breather halfway around and all that. So yeah, I'm really pleased I've actually achieved. It's been such a struggle. That was a bit of a wet one. Zone 2 run, 50 minutes in the rain. It's amazing how an hour or so of rain everywhere is absolutely flooded. It's treacherous down the canal, and all the roads and everything are flooded. So, but it's done. It's done my garden good as well. All my plants, vegetables, got a good soaking. So yeah, tomorrow another run, and then just gearing up for Outlaw Half at Nottingham on Sunday. Even though it's not a race, it's probably a C race. Just more to get the swim done and feel good about it. I'll just go through the build up to Outlaw Half at Nottingham. I arrived there on the from driving down from Cheshire to Nottingham. Took about an hour 40. Not too bad. Got to registration, that was easy enough. Parking there was fine. So went and racked the bike. Went to the briefing. That was packed out. They had a few, I think 2, 3, 4 and 5 o'clock, but it was standing room only on outside in the hallway when I was there, but I could hear everything, that was fine. And then I just went back to the hotel and tried to get an early night, but didn't get much sleep. So I left about 4:30 in the morning, Sunday morning, and drove to Home Point, which is a National Water Sports Centre. Got there at 5 to 5 onto the road that turns down there. my start time was 20 to 7, so I had plenty of time, I thought, but that's when the chaos started. It was just one massive traffic jam, and people were having to get out the cars and run to get to the transition because of they had earlier start times for the swim. I got to the transition area at the time I was supposed to be starting at 20 to 6, so it was a mass panic, trying to get everything sorted out, laid out. Did it not as much as I wanted. There's a few things I needed to sort out but didn't get a chance. So when I got to the start, I was probably stressed and heart rate was high. So I thought we'd just have a quick look at all my kit for tomorrow. It's a lot harder than it is doing a marathon. So I've got my foam goggles over there. Very important, Vaseline for around the neck. Swim cap, which I've managed to rip. Wetsuit. Tri-suit. Timing chip. Race number. Cycling shoes. Calf guards. Heart rate monitor. Running belt. Running shoes, and because it's going to be a hot day, cap. A really good week for swimming. I went and did my first open water of the year last Saturday, and it wasn't great, but I did it, didn't have any problems. On Wednesday, I think it was, I swam the furthest I've ever swam, which is 3.9k. So I was looking forward to this, and I got in the water. Water was lovely, but the sun was coming straight down this boating lake, so it's just straight, and my goggles steamed up. I found it impossible to see where I was going because the sun straight into my eyes with steamed up goggles. My heart rate was really high, and it was just a mental struggle to stay in the water and not get out. I had to keep fighting, going a little bit, breaststroke, front crawl, breaststroke, front crawl, and after about 30 minutes I managed to get into a rhythm. I hadn't gone that far at this stage, but I eventually got around. Had horrendous cramp for about a minute, but the physio thinks that could be coming from my back as well. And it's not cramp as in cramping from doing the swimming, it's cramping because the swimming is affecting my back. And eventually got out after 62 horrible minutes, but it's the first time on a half Ironman I've actually managed to do the swim and not been disqualified. So it's a positive, it's a big positive. I stuck in there and I mentally had to fight to stay in there, let's say for the first 30 minutes, and I did it. So I've got to take that as a bonus. I know I can do the distance now. I've just got to make sure that my head's okay when I get in there. So after the very long transition, and it was getting quite muddy as well because I was really coming through soaking wet, finally got to the bike, got on the bike and went off, and I felt fine, absolutely fine. But when I started to get going, I just couldn't get any rhythm. I was uncomfortable, my back, my hip, and it was a slog. And beforehand I was hoping to just do around about 18.5 miles per hour, so get under the 3 hours, and I think that would have left me plenty of so I wasn't hammering it to be able to run. But it was just a slog. Nothing wrong with the course, potholes, yeah, like anywhere else. It's just the last bit of the course when you come off the road, and it's just a track all the way through, which is for a couple of miles, so it's not great. But I enjoyed the route. The route was good. Just had no energy. I just couldn't get into a rhythm. And so that came out as 18.2 miles per hour, and I think it was about 3 hours 2 minutes. So I was disappointed with that as well. So to the run. So let's look at the positives. The positives are I managed to stick at it in the swim, even though I just wanted to do like I did in Barcelona, previously in Nottingham, and the Chester Triathlon when I got out, because my head I couldn't stay in there. But yeah, I stayed in and sorted myself out and finished my first half Ironman distance. That's 3 swimmings where I've been DQ'd and 1 bike crash because that was turned into a duathlon. So this was my 5th goal. So I'm really happy. I've done it. At least I've done it. I know I can do the swim. But then the negatives. So the opposite, happy with I achieved the swim. I was disappointed with the time and how things have been going with the swim. Had no energy. Issues running off the bike. I thought I'd sorted that. I've got shorter crank arms. I've got those plates to put on the bottom of your cleats so you can move them, which are supposed to be designed to stop you getting calf issues, etc. Not had any problems, and now suddenly it starts up again. So something I need to look at. And yeah, I've been fine doing plenty. I've done plenty of Brit runs. They don't bother me. I just go out and I'm fine. But yesterday highlighted some old issues again. So what I've learned from this weekend, I've got to reassess my goals for Challenge Roth. I just put stupid targets on like speed. I was hoping to do 1:30 for the swim, 6 hours on the bike, and a 4-hour marathon. I've got 15 hours. I'm gonna no targets. I've just got to go out there. I have a lot lower targets, I should say. Maybe if I just go for 17 miles per hour on the bike and see how that feels, and hopefully that means then I can do a run in around about 5 hours. I can't replicate my normal marathon run because it's totally different. So yeah, I've got to do a lot of thinking, and yeah, just need to just get into my head that I'm not going to win anything. Whatever times I do, it's not going to be great to what other people do. But the goal is to finish Challenge Roth. So yeah, that's got to be my new mindset, not about hitting great targets. Well, that's the end of week 13. Catch you in week 14.